Coach. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the UMass coach, Sharon Dawley, on with us, her first year with the Minute Women. Coach, you want to just talk about your transition at UMass and how it's been since taking over the program last spring?
Well, it's been great. Everyone here at Amherst, the community's been really great to myself, to my staff. The department is unbelievably helpful and friendly, and I was able to come here with most of my staff from Vermont. So the transition, they're always hard, but this particular transition was easier than most, I believe.
Okay, thank you. We'll go ahead and open it up to members of the media now. A reminder, press *1 to ask a question, and please introduce yourself and state your affiliation before asking a question.
And I have no questions at this time, but I would like to remind everyone it's *1 to ask a question. I do have a question from Shane White from 1660 Information Radio.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing just fine. Welcome to the Atlantic 10.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent. How you had great success at Vermont, and really a great story, and something that I know many of us in the league were excited to see when you made the move to UMass. Can you talk a little bit about the recruiting differences that you've seen thus far in when you were recruiting to Vermont versus now recruiting to UMass?
We're going after, I would say our list is probably the same, but I think when you're calling a young lady from the Atlantic 10 versus the America East, you might get in a little bit further with that particular athlete. And then I think your overall list is where maybe a very skilled individual with maybe lack of speed might be someone that you could, make something out of in the America East, where may not be true for the A10, where we need skill as well as athleticism and speed. So, we're still doing the national kind of search for great student athletes. We're, I think, in deeper with people that we would have been in the past, and yet we have to be somewhat more selective in terms of athleticism.
How have the players responded thus far to the differences? I know that anytime there's a transition, any kind of change, that sometimes creates some kind of chaos. But with the earlier start to the practice season this year, hopefully it's helped you a little bit.
Yeah, that rule change was very timely for us because you have returners that need to kind of learn everything from scratch. We played a little bit of a different style, so it helped us to be able to start on October 3rd and really start to put in our stuff and give them more time to adjust to the changes. I hope in the long run we don't all sit back at the end of the year and think that starting early didn't burn our kids out, but, that's to be seen.
Sure. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
And I have no further questions at this time, but I would like to remind everyone it is *1 to ask a question.
Coach, tell us a little bit about your assistants and what you look for when putting together your staff.
My assistants, they're great. I would say what I look for first in putting them together is I would say loyalty and kind of, developing a family as opposed to a staff. And we were lucky to, kind of work together and get to that point while we were at Vermont. And so I was able to bring Steve, my associate head, with me. Has a number of years of coaching, probably 20 if we added them all together. So he's bringing a lot of maturity, a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, great personality, very funny, and that's always top on our list. Got to be funny. I was lucky to bring him with us. Jen also came with me from Vermont. We've been working together for 3 years, and I've known Jen for quite a while because she was a player at Vermont. I did not coach her, but I know her pretty well from alumni events and stuff like that. So she brings the same thing, a lot of experience, great demeanor, great personality. Players naturally gravitate to Jen because she's really, really friendly, upbeat, positive attitude. So she's just a phenomenal coach, so I was lucky to bring her with me as well. We recruited Morgan Valley to come with us. Morgan was a player at UConn. has coached at 3 different schools up till this point. And Morgan being a Vermont girl, I've known her since she was a high school player. So, again, being able to bring in someone I knew, someone I trusted, someone that is, phenomenally, experienced in the game, very, loyal and positive, and the kids, again, gravitate to her. So it's been a great fit. And to complete the staff, our director of basketball operations is Allison Brown, who played for me at Vermont. And has an interesting story at Vermont. She was a captain and voted captain, but didn't play a lot. So she's coming and bringing, a different view to these girls where, whether you're playing 2 minutes or 40 minutes, you can bring a lot to the table, and you should bring a lot to the table. And she's just really upbeat, positive. She's going to bring a lot to the table, and she's going to be a great coach in the future. So this is a great starting point for her. So I feel, where moving is there's a lot of chaos involved in moving programs, but for me to move here with my family has really been, a lucky break for me. I feel very, very fortunate.
Okay. Kim, do we have any further questions for Coach?
I do. I have a question from Celeste Whitaker from Atlantic 10.
Hi, Coach. Can you just talk about some of your team goals for this season? I mean, the program went 11-19 last year, and just talk about, some of the goals for the team this year in terms of improving different areas you'd like to improve in.
Well, the immediate goals for us right now is to get the girls in a position to run a new system. We've already achieved one of the goals, which is to come here and get the girls excited about running something different and having them buy into learning something different. And I'm into, mini goals, baby goals, because, we may not win the war, but we got to win all these little battles along the way. So we won that one, and now our goal is to, honestly, to get better every day. It's hard, I think, for returners to change gears the way they've been asked to, but to get more comfortable in a system every day, get better every day, stay positive while we're going through what might be growing pains. Those are my immediate goals, and I have not, put a number on the board that our goal is to win X amount of games. I don't think I can do that with them right now. I think we have to stay in the early stages, which is let's get better every day, let's learn something new every day, and let's stay positive every day.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I have no further questions.
All right. Coach, thanks for being on with us today. Have a great day, and good luck to you this season.
Thanks. And if I could just add, wish everyone in the A-10 good luck as we all start going.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.